So, what on earth happened to Solana last week? Really scary, actually. It went down again. Again, that's, if you're paying attention to Solana, that is 5 times in 5 months. Now, that's scary. That's actually really horrifying. And if it weren't for that, I'd be telling you, even with the so-called crypto winter that we're in now, I'd be telling you, buy Solana without hesitation. Now, as of this day, when I'm making this video, Solana has got as low as $37 a coin. Now, the use case for Solana, the big picture narrative about Solana hasn't changed all that much. But I'm cautioning, based on this, they got to work out. I'm assuming they're going to work out the kinks. It has to do with scaling, obviously, is their problem. They can't scale properly. Now, I'm assuming they're working on it as we speak, and they're going to work out the kinks so that that doesn't happen again. But that is really scary, and that could entirely destroy the narrative of Solana altogether. So I caution. Other than that, I'd be telling you Solana is the best bet in town. At $37 a coin, you can't lose. Now, there's still the underlying logic of the use case. The reason why, I don't know if you know who Raoul Pal is yet, but if you're going to be watching my videos, you will soon. And there's a thing he's been talking about called Metcalfe's Law. Metcalfe's Law is pretty basic. It's pretty simple. It's the value of these projects has to do with their networks. How much of a use case they're getting, how fast are they growing their networks. Now, Solana was second only to Ethereum, and it was growing faster, growing out faster than Ethereum was. And that was, so he was saying that Solana was a great buy at $200 a coin. And in essence, nothing has changed, but you still, I gotta say, be careful because of that network problem. That happens again, it's entirely possible that Solana could go down, and it would be another Terra Luna disaster where people just lose all hope in the project. They lose all faith and all confidence in the project, and they start switching to other networks. It's possible. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm saying that is something to keep in the back of your mind. If Solana had not crashed this week, I'd be telling you, absolutely, it's in your best interest to buy Solana without hesitation. When Raoul Pal was saying that Solana was one of the best buys in town, here's the logic. So here's the underlying logic. Okay, use case is the best metric that you can. It's really hard to tell which coins are going to go parabolic, but use case is one of the best things that we can latch onto as a way of ascertaining what the true value of the coin is ultimately going to be. And the rate of adoption. So Solana was growing its network faster than Ethereum, and the logic of Raoul Pal's thesis on Solana was what still has yet to happen. Brokerage houses and hedge funds and things like that still have state institutional investment has not happened in crypto yet. Now, when that happens, that is going to be an unbelievable windfall, but it's not going to be a windfall for every coin. Why? Because these institutions are set up that they can't just put any of these coins on their balance sheet. They're going to be purchasing coins en masse, and we're talking about, billions, if not trillions of dollars of purchases, but it's not like they can go and buy something like Galaxy Games. They can't. They're only going to be authorized to make a few purchases on the top coins. So expect the windfall to only be to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and if they work out the kinks, Solana, potentially BNB, and only a handful of other projects, depending on where maybe XRP, depending on how it settles. So if you understand the logic, big money has yet to enter the space. The institutional investors, that's where the real money is. When they do enter the space, they are set up. Now, this is coming straight out of the mouth of someone who used to be basically the purchaser for those institutions. So he knows what he's talking about. His information is legitimate. I'll be posting videos from him talking about this stuff. So if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about yet, you keep watching my videos, you'll know this stuff in depth. Right now, I'm just giving you a brief snapshot of where we're at. Institutional investments are within a year, within 2 years, within at least 4 years are going to enter the space and start making purchases. They are not licensed. They are not authorized to purchase any old coins. They can't just, do what you and I do, go like, yeah, Galaxy Games looks like it's going to take off and buy a whole bunch of Galaxy Games. They can't do that. They're only going to be authorized to purchase, the 4 or 5 top dogs. That's it. So if Solana works out its problems, and that's a big if. Like I said, it's gone down 5 times in 5 months. That's really bad. So they're having a real problem with scaling. And if they don't get that fixed, people will abandon the project for other networks. But let's assume the best case scenario, and let's assume for a second they do get it fixed. Right now, if it's trading under $50 a coin, that's a great buy. At the very least, what will happen, even with these network problems, Solana will more than likely, when the market shifts and money starts pouring back into crypto and this little bear incident is over, Solana will more than likely easily go up to $100 again and probably up to $200 again. So you at least got, 3x, at least a 3x of the 100 and possibly 5x. That shouldn't be too hard. But it was even a good buy at $200 a coin because of the rate of growth and adoption. So I still say I'm still going to buy a little. I'm just hesitant because of the technological problems, the snafus. But other than that, I still think, with some hesitations, obviously I still say it's a good buy based on those potential outcomes. Those potential outcomes are not outlandish. They're basically a normal chain of events. Institutional investors are going to start getting involved, and they're going to start putting money into crypto. It's just a question of when. And when they do, they are only going to be authorized to purchase a handful of the leading projects. And as of right now, Solana hasn't ruined itself. It will still be in that short list of names that they're going to be purchasing en masse, which means we could be looking at $1,000 a coin for Solana easily, because they will put real money into these projects. But the caveat is, if you do decide to invest, do it carefully. Don't put a lot of money in, and invest carefully, because if another one of these, if it goes down again, then I would recommend all bets are off, because that could potentially ruin the project altogether. So they have to. It is absolutely contingent on them getting this scaling problem worked out completely, and look for that. Look for some sort of headline somewhere or other that says that they solved the problem. If they solve the problem, then it's a great buy. Buy with both hands. If they do not solve the problem, I hesitate to say, you got to be careful. It's still a decent buy based on the best case scenario outcomes, but it's risky because they have to solve the problem. So there you go. That is my analysis for Solana, and hopefully this crypto winter will end. What they're calling the crypto winter will be over pretty soon, and we'll be back in the black. We'll be back in black, making a lot of money again, hand over fist. So there you have it, kids.